Stephanie here with a video for My Favorite Things. In today's video, we are going to be creating some fun baby tags using some of the new products from the March 2017 release. And I'm also going to be using the Blueprints 9 Dynamics, which is an older Dynamics die set, but it has this really great tag die in it. You can see there I have one die cut. It's really large and it's going to work perfectly for our 3 tags that we're going to create. So for the first baby tag, we are going to use the new Baby Rattle Dynamics. This is a great Dynamics die set that has an opening in the center area that perfectly fits the 2-inch circle shaker pouches that are available at MFT Stamps. And that is just going to allow us to create a shaker card really easily. So I've cut out the baby rattle from Grout Gray cardstock, and I'm just going to set that aside for a minute so we can add a little bit of color to this tag that we've die cut. So I have some cracked pistachio distress ink, and I'm just using an ink blending tool and adding some color to the center area of the tag. And then if you know me at all, you know I'm going to add a little bit more distress ink to this tag, so I'm adding some water over top of the inked area. And then I'm just using a paper towel to dab that excess water up. And when I lift the water, it lifts some of the ink color as well, and just leaves a really fun splotchy effect on the tag. I die cut one of the banner strips in the Blueprints Dynamics die set that I cut the tag from, and we're going to stamp a sentiment onto that from the new Welcome Baby stamp set. This is an awesome stamp set. I absolutely love it. It has so many great sentiments for baby and for new parents, and they're so unique and different. I just think it's going to be a really great stamp set for all kinds of baby themed cards. But before we do the sentiment stamping, I want to create the shaker portion of the rattle so that we're ready to go when we want to adhere everything together. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a circle die from the Circle Stacks Dynamics die set, and it's slightly larger than the opening in the circle on the rattle. And we're going to be using this for the backing piece to kind of seal in all of the sequins. So you just want to make sure it's larger than the opening in the center, but not too large that you see it around the outside area of the rattle. I also have a 2-inch circle shaker pouch that fits perfectly into that rattle area, and that's going to work to create a shaker card when we have everything die cut here. And then I went ahead and used that circle die, and I've cut out a piece of plaid pattern paper. This is from the Plaid Pattern 6x6 paper pack, and we are going to use this to kind of seal in the sequins and leave a really fun plaid pattern in behind the rattle. So to start off, I need to start to kind of assemble everything and put it together. So I'm adding adhesive to the rattle die cut piece, and I'm putting this on the back area. And I'm going to position this right over top of that circle pouch there, and this is going to adhere it perfectly onto that plastic piece and make sure that everything stays together. Well, it kind of fell off there for a minute, but we're going to push it back on and make sure it gets adhered. And then we are going to flip it upside down and fill it with sequins. Now, I have an obsession with clear sequins. I'm sure you know that. So I have a really big bowl that sits on my desk all the time that I kind of just pull from when I need it. So it works really great for shaker cards because I can just quickly and easily grab as many sequins as I need. And for this rattle, I really wanted a lot. I wanted that whole entire rattle area to be pretty full. I don't want a lot of movement in there, and I really want you to see a ton of sequins when I flip this over. So I adhered the plaid pattern onto the back, and then once I flip it over, now you can see I have this great little baby rattle that shakes and is full of all the clear sequins, but still leaves that little bit of plaid pattern when it does shake around. So now I can move on and do the sentiment. So I have the sentiment banner piece that I've already die cut from the white cardstock, and I'm just stamping my sentiment, "You're going to be the best parents ever," with black licorice dye ink right onto that banner piece. And I'm making sure to position the sentiment over to the right hand side because I know that I'm going to have the bottom area of the rattle kind of overlapping that banner piece. So I wanted to make sure I didn't cover up any of the stamping of the sentiment. So I just used regular adhesive, put that onto the banner piece, and then I'm just adhering it directly onto the tag right near the bottom. And I just kind of used my rattle to make sure I was positioning it exactly where I wanted it. And then I'm going to add adhesive to the rattle piece as well, and then that can be adhered to the tag. So I'm just going to kind of position it over top the bottom area of that banner, and then just kind of position it so that the large portion of the rattle is kind of centered on the tag. Once I had the rattle adhered to the tag, though, I decided that it was a little bit too plain still. I thought it needed something else just to kind of add something to the design. So I'm going to use this little bow die from the Blueprints 26 Dynamics. It's just the perfect little accent because it's nice and skinny. It's not like a huge big bow. It's just going to add the perfect amount of detail to that baby rattle. So I cut it from sour apple cardstock so it would blend nicely with the plaid pattern inside the rattle. And then I'm just using some liquid glue to adhere that directly onto the rattle area right at the top. And then I'm just going to finish it off by adding one clear sequin right to the center area of the bow. And I just feel like that really finishes it. It kind of ties into all the sequins that are already inside the rattle. And I didn't want to have any loose sequins kind of adhered on around the tag just because I felt like there was already so much in the baby rattle. So I felt like this was the perfect compromise, and it added just the right amount of detail to this baby rattle. And then once I have that done, the front of the tag is completely finished, and I'm able to kind of shake around that fun shaker rattle. And then I have this whole area on the back of the tag that is going to work perfectly for a sentiment or a greeting or anything I want to put on this if I attach it to a gift. And then to finish it off, I just punched a little hole at the top and used some green twine and added that into the whole area. And then I like to just tie a little knot at the top of the string. And now this tag is good to go, and we can easily add it to a gift. Once I finished the shaker tag, I decided to create 2 more tags and make these ones more geared specifically to a boy or a girl baby. So what I did is I cut 2 more tags out of that same tag die from white cardstock. I added some inking to the background like I did with the first tag. This time I used blue. And on one of the tags I added a design to the bottom using the Stitch Scallop Basic Edges 2 Dynamics. I just used the straight one just to add a bit of scallop detail to the baby girl tag. Now to dress up these tags, I want to use the new bundle of Baby Clothes Dynamics dies. These are so cute. There are so many different elements in this set. I really love all the different pieces and how they work together to create really cute baby cards. So I knew I wanted to definitely use these on the 2 tags that I'm creating. So I kind of jumped ahead and added some ink to 2 cardstock panels. So this is Distress ink, and I've added pink and purple to one and blue and green to the other. And then as per usual with me, I'm just adding some water to the distress area, and I'm going to fold over my paper towel and just kind of dab up all of that water, and you can see the ink transferring to the paper towel. And it leaves this really cool splotchy detail on the inked areas. And I just really think it adds so much interest to die cut pieces when you cut them from this type of paper. So now you can see I went ahead and cut them all out, and they have all that really cool texture and dimension in the pieces because you have all of that distress detail. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put together one of these tags and show the full assembly here in the video. So I've put the clothesline on first, which I've cut from craft cardstock, and then I'm taking some regular adhesive and adding adhesive to the back of the clothes pieces that I want to add to the card. So I did the baby onesie and the baby dress, and I also did the little bib. And then I'm going to take the little clothespins and add those to the top area of the dress and the onesie. I didn't put it on the baby bib just because I felt like it looks like it's tied to the clothesline with the bow on the top. And then I'm also adding a little purple heart to the center area of the bib just for a little bit of added detail. Once I finished with the baby girl tag, I did the exact same thing for the boy version. I just used the little shorts instead of the dress, and then I used the onesie and the bib once again. And on that one, I used the star detail on the bib rather than the heart. And then to finish them both off, I'm going to add the same sentiment to both of them, which is the laundry is about to get super cute from the Welcome Baby stamp set. This is the most adorable sentiment ever. I just love the different sayings in that stamp set. They are so unique, and I just think they pair so perfectly with all of the baby products. And then to finish off these 2 tags, I added some clear sequins, and then I also added holes to the top with some reinforcements and some gray and white twine to be able to attach them to a gift. So now we have 3 really fun tags. We've created a fun shaker baby rattle on one of the tags, and then we've kept one kind of geared specifically to a boy and one to a girl. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some ideas to use some of the new baby products, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.